What is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing my top 5 favorite Call of Duty zombie maps, everything from World at War to Black Ops 3, so let's go ahead and get this shit started. So I eventually will be making a worst to best or a best to worst version of this, but first I kind of want to go back and replay every single map, so that way I can definitely say, alright, I like this map more than this one, and this map deserves to be right here. So eventually that will be coming out sometime in the future. And also, this is my list, this is strictly my opinion. I'm not trying to say that this is definitely the best map in zombies, or this is definitely the top 5 best maps. I'm just saying these are the maps that I prefer. So if you have a different list, that's completely fine. You're allowed to have your own opinion. So let's go ahead and get on to number 5. So coming in number 5 is going to be Origins. I love Origins. I've loved it ever since it first came out. The only real problems I have with it are, one, the mud. I hate mud and all that kind of stuff that they try to use to slow you down. Yes, you can get stamina, but it really doesn't help you that much. And the other thing that I really hate about this fucking map is building those goddamn stabs. I hate building those stabs so much. Don't really have a problem with the stabs themselves, it's just building them. It takes so much time and it's just such a pain in the ass that I hate doing it. If they would have just made it to where once you build the stabs once, you can just either get it out of the box or you can build it. Whichever one you want to do, you have your option. I would love that because I wouldn't have to spend an hour and a half or 17 days trying to build and upgrade these fucking stabs. Because basically all you're doing is running back and forth between the crazy place, and that can kind of be a nuisance sometimes. But other than that, I love everything else about this map. The giant robots that walk through the map, great addition. The Panzer, great boss zombie. He's not too difficult to deal with and he's not too easy. Once you get set up, he's not too much of a pain in the ass. And I love the challenges you actually get from the chest, like the get 115 headshots, the spend a fuck ton of points, turn on power. Those were great challenges, not like the challenges we have nowadays where it's like, do a backflip blindfolded without your arms and legs. I'm not Jackie fucking Chan here, I can't do that and I don't want to do that. But the challenges back then, they gave you good rewards and you could just do them while playing zombies, and I prefer those challenges a lot more than the ones we actually have nowadays. And back when this map was first released, I really did enjoy Wonder Fizz. I thought it was a great introduction. And nowadays I really dislike Wonder Fizz because of what they did with it in Black Ops 3, but when it first was released in Origins, I thought it was a really good concept. And I love the weapons they actually did bring back. I love how they brought back the MP40 and the STG. I just love everything about this map, besides those two things I mentioned earlier. Everything else about this map was really well done. The map layout's amazing. Everyone doesn't have to be in the same spot. Everyone can kind of do their own little thing wherever they want. And Argartha was a really interesting concept. I love how once you do the Easter egg, the rocks stop falling. I thought that was a really good idea. Origins overall is a fantastic map, and that's why it's number 5. So taking the number 4 spot is going to be Revelations. So I have a love/hate relationship with this map. I love the map by itself. If you take away all the external factors about it being the last map and the final storyline, the map by itself is a really good map. But when you actually look at it as being the final Black Ops 3 map and the final map for the storyline, it fucking sucks. I will say that right now. They did a terrible job with this being the final map. This map had potential. They could have done so much more since they were bringing back old maps and incorporating them into this one. They could have done so much more with weapons, with traps, with Easter eggs. But they really dropped the ball, and that's why it's number 4 on this list and not higher, just because they had so much potential to make this an incredible map, but they just settled with a good map, and that really disappoints me. But this map still is a good map, and I love almost everything about it. I love how we have 2 wonder weapons. You can either get the Apothecary Servant or the Thunder Gun. I love how we can like put a weapon down and trade it to a friend. I really did enjoy that. And I love the map layout. I'm a huge fan of having like an open map layout to where everyone can kind of go do their own little thing wherever they want and not everyone has to be in one spot. I really do enjoy those types of map layouts. And the map in general just looks absolutely amazing. They did a great job with the textures and just how this map looks, because it looks beautiful. And one of the things I really do enjoy is how this map didn't rely on Wonder Fizz to give you everything. You can actually get fucking Widow's Wine. I don't have to hit that goddamn Wonder Jizz machine 100 times. So I love when they don't have to rely on Wonder Fizz as a crutch. The Easter egg was okay. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It was just an okay Easter egg. And all the other little tiny Easter eggs that they have in the map are really good. So that's why this map is number 4. I love it as a map, but when you look at it as the final one, the end-off map, it's really not that good. So that's why it's being stuck at number 4. Alright, and taking the number 3 spot is going to be Der Riese. Now this is the World at War version, not the Black Ops 1 or the Black Ops 3. This is the OG, the original. The original Der Riese, in my opinion, is definitely one of the best maps in zombies history, and I think this map should definitely be on everyone's top 5. Doesn't matter if it's 1st or 5th, it has to be on your list because this map is the ideal perfect map. The map layout's amazing, it has the 3 teleporters, the weapons are great, the map's replayability was insane. I can go to round 50, die, and go do the whole thing again with a smile on my face and be having fun. And I can't say that with a lot of other maps. And I think one of the reasons that this map's replayability and the map is just loved so much is the weapons. I think the weapons in this map were great. They were so much fun to use. They were actually effective, unlike Black Ops 1 weapons. And just the overall theme and feeling of the map was really good. You felt like you were in a zombie apocalypse. You felt like you were going to be overrun and killed. Not like some of the maps we have nowadays where it really just doesn't even feel like you're playing zombies. So I definitely do think Doris is one of the best maps in zombies history. Alright, so taking the number 2 spot is going to be Moon. So Moon is a very weird map because I either see people say I love this map or I absolutely hate it. I never see anybody in between, and of course I'm on the side that loves this map. I feel like this map was the perfect send-off for Black Ops 1. When it comes to a final Easter egg or the final map, we have Doris, Origins, Moon, and Revelations, and I feel like Moon did its job the best. The amount of storyline information we learned, we got to see Samantha's face, we got to learn what was really going down, and the cliffhanger that we got left on, we blew up the fucking earth, we didn't have any clue what was going to happen next. The amount of questions we had, Moon was the greatest send-off for Black Ops 1. That Easter egg was absolutely amazing, and then they kind of fucked it up with Black Ops 2, but Moon was perfect. And everything else about the map I really do enjoy. There's nothing I hate too much about it besides like you can't control when the excavators come down. I wish you could kind of control which excavator comes down. So like if it was like, hey, an excavator's going to be coming. If you go flip a switch, maybe the one in tunnel 6 comes or the one in tunnel 11 comes. I just wish there was a way to sort of control that. And also occasionally, every now and then there's a glitch where you lose sound. And that can really be annoying. Really, those are the only two things that I kind of dislike. The astronaut zombie is also a huge pain in the ass, but you can kind of wink glitch him out. So he's really not that big of a pain in the ass to deal with. And I love the zero gravity, I love the wonder weapon. I love how we have like that huge ass biodome. Everyone can sort of be in there and doing their own little things. And I also love the hacker and q.e.ds, just the amount of things you could do with those was awesome. Moon is just the perfect way to end off a Call of Duty zombie game, and I wish they would have taken notes from this map and actually used them in future games. Alright, and taking the number 1 spot is going to be Ascension. I'm pretty sure if you've seen any of my other top 5s, Ascension has almost always been number 1, and it forever and always will be number 1, because it is, in my opinion, the best map in zombies, if not one of the best. The map layout was absolutely amazing. It took after Doris when it comes to getting up and Pack-a-Punch. You just got to connect 3 things to the main hub, and you got Pack-a-Punch. It introduced an awesome new perk known as PhD Flopper, which we really don't see nowadays. And it was just a really fun map. I really don't know what it is about this map that I love so much, but I just love it. I could play it for hours and hours and hours and still love this map. Whether it's the Cold War USSR setting, or the combination of using the ray gun at your feet and having PhD Flopper, or flopping off of ledges, or just being able to train in multiple different locations with that thunder gun, there's just so many different things that I love about this map, and I definitely do think it is one of the best maps in zombies. And I also really enjoyed the Easter egg on this map, even though it was like the first main Easter egg that we had. I mean, the argument could be made that Doris didn't have the first one, but like with the reward, this was kind of the first main one we had, and I feel like they did a really good job. And if you love the Easter eggs that we have nowadays, Ascension's the one to thank, because that's where they kind of started and experimented with it. And probably the main thing that I love about it is how after the Easter egg, once you get the death machines, if you go down into the MPL room and you actually shoot that giant wall with all your death machines, you can actually get the PPSH and the Wonder Wop off the wall. I just honestly think like that was the best thing that they added to this map. So I'm very curious to know, what is your guys' top 5 favorite Call of Duty zombie maps? So if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Peace!